Attempted to get a woman home safely, ends up raping her, according to deputies. Good evening, I'm Amanda Hall.
And I'm Russ McCaskey. Glad you're with us. The Lee County Sheriff's Office said that a woman got into an Uber to go home early Sunday morning. When she got to her destination, 37-year-old Felix Torres put on a mask, followed the victim, grabbed her from behind, and threw her to the ground. She tried to scream, but Torres covered her mouth. She tried to fight, but was overpowered. All this according to the sheriff's office. And while on the ground, the suspect raped her, took her phone, and then took off. Sheriff Carmine Marcino said that detectives were able to find Torres thanks to this surveillance video.
There are no words that can describe how furious I am and how it breaks my heart to watch a video like that. The only thing we can do is bring closure.
Wink News reached out to Uber about this. In a statement, they said, quote, "We're sickened by what the rider reported to police. The driver has been banned from the Uber platform, and we're committed to assisting law enforcement however we can." And while this driver is off the streets, there have been hundreds of other reports of assault. The Night Beat's Taylor Wirtz is live outside the Ashlar Apartments in Fort Myers, where this incident happened. Taylor, you spoke with a safety expert. How can people feel safe anymore?
Yeah, well, Amanda, there's a lot of different things with this. It's quite a loaded topic. Most of us don't think twice about calling an Uber or Lyft, but statistics show it's actually a lot more dangerous for the passenger and the driver than any of us really realize. But experts say there are a few things you can do to make your ride a little safer. Ride-sharing apps seem like the safe alternative to drinking and driving. But former FBI agent and criminal defense attorney Bob Foley says taking an Uber or Lyft is not without its own risks. And what happened on Sunday morning at the Ashlar apartment complex is not unique.
There are a significant number of these cases with Uber and other corporation type drivers. In 2020, Uber had reported over 900 of these types of incidents. 151 or so involved actual rape cases from 2019 to 2020.
Sheriff Carmine Marcino says 37-year-old Felix Manuel Torres has a felony history, including burglary, narcotics, and armed robbery. So how did he pass the background check required from Uber?
Sometimes the process is only as good as the people who are looking for the positions. There are many situations where information may not be available. And in those cases, people slip through the cracks.
James Gardy has been an Uber driver for 5 years. He says it took him about 2 to 3 days to get approved when he signed up.
The process, for background checks is very straightforward and also very efficient.
He says even drivers have to be careful.
Everybody should always be wary, of who gets into your car or which car you always get into, who your driver is.
Foley says there will always be risks, but taking extra precautions could make all the difference.
Make sure that somebody knows that you are in fact taking a ride service provider and when you expect to be home. Try to get dropped off in a well-lit area. And if you can, most importantly, try to ride share.
Felix Manuel Torres is set to appear in court tomorrow. Wink News will be there with any and all updates. Live on the Night Beat, Taylor Wirtz, Wink News.